Alright guys, Christian over at Unfit Car Stereo. We just installed the Dension GW17AC2. This adapter will work with every single A4. It'll work with every single A4 02 to 06 with the Symphony radio. If you have a concert radio, it may also work. You gotta have a display though. Alright, so this is a kind of a, I should be using two cameras, but I don't have two quality cameras, so I'm gonna do it this way. Hit reset, everything will do okay. Alright, so that's the iPod adapter right there. Now the way unit works, AM, FM works fine. You hit CD, that's your in-CD player. You hit CD again, it'll say CDC5. Now if you have satellite radio, we can sell you a second part to keep that as well. If you get a SAT pass, if you get a 17AC2, we have to merge them in-house. So if you happen to buy this adapter from somebody else, we're going to charge you some money to do that. If you buy it from us, we merge them at no cost, okay? Alright, so now the way the adapter works, when you listen to any song, you go to CD2. It'll show you your artist, and here you can kind of go up and down artists, but I don't like the way it works, so I'm not going to say anything. CD3 will show you your album, okay, and CD5 is where it's rests at. So CD5 is where it's always going to go to default. So track up, it goes to your songs. Sweet. Alright, now when you're in iPod GW, which is the text mode, the latest versions of Apple allow you to control it from the iPod. Do not touch the iPod. The unit's not designed, so what's going to happen if you start touching from here while you have GW, you're going to lock up the device, and you have to unplug and replug to reset it. It's simple. If you show text, just don't touch it. Now if you go into CD6, that'll put you into the menu. If you look at the menu on the left side, it's going to say source. Now if you tap the middle track up and down, it'll go to source, playlist, artist, albums, songs, podcasts, genres, composers, audiobooks. Album play plays all the songs on the current album. So now you see it's kind of like going up and down, and then when you select these two, it goes in. So now we're going to go source, boom. See iPod GW, AUX GW is the auxiliary. Auxiliary is hooked up to the headphone jack cable. It doesn't come with one, sold separately. And then iPod UI is where you control it through the iPod. So if you hit fast forward on the iPod, if you hit this to select it, it'll now go to iPod UI. You get no song information. I don't know if it's supposed to play by itself. Alright, and then you hit track up, but it still gets track up. This is also where you're going to want to do your Pandora. Alright. See, and UI you can try. Alright, sorry about that guys. I got a phone call from a customer, so I had to cut the video. But like I said, you're in Pandora. You do track up, track down. Everything works fine. Alright, no problem. Now, there's a little something I'm going to show you. Use at your own risk. This is new software from Apple. Let me show you what I'm on. Settings. Where do you go? General? Software update. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. I should have gone to about. Let's just get out of there. Alright, so we do about, and this is software version 7.0, okay? I think they're up to 7.1 or something. But anyway, with this one, and I'm going to go into Pandora. Now, I'm going to go back into CD6, go into the menu. If you look on the left side, it says iPod UI. I'm going to hit track up, iPod GW, select it. Latest software. Now, use this at your own risk. It's not supposed to work. But look. Knocking on heaven's door. Pandora info shows up on the screen. How cool is that? Alright, you hit track up from the radio. Holiday. Now I'm going to tell you something right now. If you're going to do this, do not touch the iPod, okay? Make sure you do all the controls from the radio. And like I said, I'm not guaranteeing this works. You may do this and it may lock up the iPod, all right? But we're going to go back into music and we're going to show you the way it works. Okay? So now we're back into the menu. All right? So we're going to go into CD6. Now you got your source, like I showed you before. You got your playlist, artist, albums, songs, Comcast. So we're going to playlist. So I'm going to playlist select it. Now, Amplified Car Stereo, CD, Vegas Flow, 4 and 5 stars, car. Let's do car. We're going to select that. Now these are my songs, Marshall Mathers, Can't Knock the Hustle. I'm going to select Can't Knock the Hustle right there. I can't stress it enough. Don't play with the iPod. Because the reason I keep saying this is I've been having a couple of issues in the last week or two, and I have a feeling they're all related to the new software that lets you unlock the iPod. Yeah, the issues I've been having is that it doesn't recognize the iPod. You have to disconnect the unit to reconnect it, and it's all happening because of the software. Alright, so that's that. Now we're going to go back to CD6. It's going to be in the same location. Alright, so we left off. So we're going to hit back. Back. Now we're in the playlist. Now we're going to go artist, albums, songs. Let's say select that. You can do ABC search, go individual songs. Okay, so now let's go ABC search, select. We're going to go to song S. Look how great this is, guys. Is my hand in the way? No, good. S. Select that. Shake Your Body. What's that? Oh, I know that song. Alright, so that's that. And now when you do that, you can do track up and track down through it. And it goes through all the songs. Alright? And if you do, you could do like a artist. So, and look how quick I'm going through this. And this isn't even my car. Artist, ABC search. Oops. Let's do, let's guess Jay-Z, for you guys that know me. Oh, another thing. If you look over here, you see how it's grouped in the letters of 3? The reason it's grouped into letters of 3 is because I only have, I don't have that many artists on here. So if it has under a certain amount, it just groups them. So I'm going to select J. I'm going to look for Jay-Z. All right, now when I click on Jay-Z, it's going to be ABC search. All the albums, American Gangster, Blueprint, Bring It On, Chapter 1, Greatest Hits, In My Lifetime, Kingdom Come, Magna Carta, MTV Unplugged, Reasonable Doubt. Let's say Reasonable Doubt, and then Can't Knock the Hustle. How great. This, you know, once you get the going of this, it's super easy to work. This is my favorite combo right here. This unit with this radio. If you have steering controls, there's a way to do it with steering controls, but honestly, I think if I had steering controls, I'd be going straight to the radio. Also, we have simpler versions that don't do as much, just track up, track down, that are cheaper. We also have a Bluetooth version, but you know, cool thing about this is that if you're going to turn off the car, it'll turn it off, turn on the car, comes right back on. This customer, for example, is going to leave it right in his glove box, and he's never going to touch it because he has a 160 gig classic. Oh, aux input. So CD6, you want to go into aux input. What am I doing? CD6. Whoops. You're gonna go back and say main menu. Now what happens? It was on Can't Knock the Hustle for like a minute or two. It stays on that menu. So now we're gonna go back into source, and we're gonna go into aux GW. Now the iPod's gonna pause. That music is gonna shut down. And now if I have a Android phone or whatever, like say you're using the iPod, you might have an Android. Now you can listen to the music off your Android. Alright. Also, another thing you can do with this, it's not really easy because you have to switch over, but if you're on a long phone call and someone calls you and you don't have Bluetooth, you can always be like, hey, what's up? Hold on 1 second, let me pull over. You can pull over, plug this in, put the thing to aux GW, or if you always have this plugged in,
if you know your party's extension, you may dial it
through the
at
aux
any
input,
time.
you can speak into the phone and the sound comes out through the car.
To repeat this menu.
All right, it's a great unit. We have them for the concert unit uses the same one as long as you have the cluster display. And then the if you have the RNS-E, it's a GW17AC2. The only thing about the GW17AC2, you guys are retrofits. If you have a retrofitted RNS-E, if you have an RNS-E with no steering controls, do not get this unit. It's impossible to use. But if you have the steering control, it's a great unit. But anyway, this is brought to you by nfitcarstereo.com. We sell and install. We also ship worldwide. If you guys are a shop, we do dealer accounts, lifetime tech support for all the products purchased from us, whether you're a shop or a consumer. That's it, man. nfitcarstereo.com. My name is Christian. If you guys have any questions, feel free to give me a call. Thank you for watching.